Hi guys, welcome to another Block Spotlight. Today we're going to be looking at the iron tanks from Railcraft. Now these are really cool things that Jaguar has managed to put together, and they can vary in size. You can make them from nice and, I want to say nice and compact, it's still quite a big tank, all the way up until absolutely huge. They can stack, that's a configuration option, and you can basically build them in any number of ways. I will show you the basics and we can go from there. On the left here we have this is your basic iron tank wall. Then we have an iron tank gauge and then an iron tank valve, and they're going to be the three building blocks for all your iron tanks, and you can put them together in a number of ways, which I shall show you. Now, to start off with, as one of the components, we're going to need these iron plates. One of the recipes is to use iron like so. I think you can possibly use no, that does appear to be the only recipe for those. I thought you might be able to use bronze as well, because bronze seems to be something that you can throw in there as an alternative to iron, just with a lower output. Same as steel. I think steel plates are used for something else. So now, what we do with those iron plates, you put them in 2x2 square like that to get your iron tank walls, and you're going to get 4 iron tank walls for that. So each one of these tank walls is essentially, if we look here, half. Well, no, it's essentially 2 iron, I guess, is each tank wall. Now, the gauge you make with 4 iron plates like that, and then glass panes in the spaces. TNT pan again. That's going to give you 4 gauges. And then you can get 4 valves with a lever in the middle and iron bars in the corners. Now, how you put these together, you can have a number of different size bases. So if we have 3x3 is the smallest base. Now this centre block here is quite an important block. Now it needs to be at least 4 high. That's 4 high like so, and if we build, the outside needs to be with tank walls like so, and then the theory is the rest of the spaces can be filled with any configuration of blocks that you like. So the important thing to note is, if you're going to pump liquids out of the tank, you need to do it from the bottom 2 layers of the tank. So we're going to need a valve down there. Now this bottom one here is another important block. Basically, if you wanted to reconfigure this tank, you can take away every single block. As long as you leave this center block, your liquids will still be in place, which is good to remember if you're going to bear in mind if you're going to want to reconfigure later on. So we could expand this tank to make a bigger one. Now, I've had troubles with these tanks in the past, and I think there's a little bit of a configuration problem or a minor bug that will hopefully get sorted out, but it appears to me that you need to use a mixture of these 3 blocks in the sides, otherwise it won't work. So what we'll do is we'll put gauge on the side there, we'll put tank wall here, and we've got a valve there. We'll put tank wall on the side here, and then we'll put a fill-in gauge on the top, and that should now, if we put a gauge in here, that should be a tank. And as you can see, this will hold, it says 576,000 units of liquid. A bucket is 1,000, so that's basically going to hold 576 buckets of fluid. and you'll be able to see that go in there. Now you can put this in either with pipes through an input there, or you can put it in. Let's see, I've got some cans here. Let's just use biofuel. You can throw biofuel in there like so, and that's going to empty this. You can also fill from this slot, so you can put empty cans in there and it will fill them up for you. Let me see if I can show you that. Empty cans. So we've got, as you see there, each can is 1,000 units, so you can look at it and instantly see how much you've got. Now you can refill from this as well, which you might find useful, particularly if you're going to have a storage tank of, say, biomass and lava. If you wanted to just have some cans to run around with a biogas engine to use on the odd occasion, you could do. Now, as I said, these tanks will stack, and they will also go up to 8 high. So let's just show you first of all the larger, which is the 5x5. So you make a 5x5 tank, and the amount of fluid that these will hold is proportional to the amount of space inside. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's maximum height. Like so, and you can do anything in between as far as the height is concerned. This is just the tallest it will go, just to give you some indication of how much space you might want to allocate if you're thinking of going extremely large. And again, with these sides, you can put any configuration you like. So if I just put iron walls down the sides, gauge in the middle, like so, that should hopefully give us a nice large tank. Now, as I said before, you can stack these tanks, and I'll show you a stacking tank on the 3x3. The other thing to note as well is that these will in fact go up as large as 9x9, so you can have a 9x9x8 tank, which I was mad enough to actually build one of those on my current multiplayer world, which I'm playing with ZNES. So if you want to see a 9x9 tank, stop by the stream sometime and you'll see us struggling to fill that up. Now, important to note, nothing on the inside. We've got a valve in the top. Let's put a valve in the bottom here and throw some more of this. Now you'll know it's worked because these gauges will all turn into solid. And there we have. This one's going to hold 3,200 buckets worth of fluid. We've got some biofuel in here, so first of all I can show you the fact that you can reconfigure this if you like. So I've broken that block. If I wanted to put that there, as soon as I put that back in, we've got our liquid back, which you can see on the side there. And as long as you don't break that center block there, you can rebuild as you see fit, and it should all be fine. You should have your fluid back in there when you put it back together again. So don't be afraid to rebuild your tanks if you need to, if you'd like to extend them. As long as that center block stays, you're okay. Now, as I said, we can stack tanks. Now, I don't know if this is quite gonna work like this. I hope it will. We shall soon find out though. might need another base on there, so we can go up like so. Hopefully these tanks are going to join together. Put that up there. As I say, not entirely sure how the tank stacking works, and that's not worked because presumably we actually need a block there as well. And there we go, so we've got a tank on top of a tank, and this one will, I'm assuming, flow down into the tank below like so. So if you end up with a 9x9x8 tank and you want to extend it, you can do by putting another one on the top of it like so. And there we can see this is tanks increasing because we're filling up this one. Very, very cool. And as I say, 9x9 is the biggest size you can go with these, which is absolutely huge. I think I remember our large tank holds about 10,500 buckets of fluid. It's going to take an extremely long time for us to fill that up because we've got it set for biofuel. So yeah, by all means check out these tanks. They are really cool. You can pump out with Buildcraft waterproof pipes, and also Railcraft provides its own method as well. But very, very fun and useful tanks. So I hope you have as much fun with these as I am. Certainly this by itself has given me a reason to play around with Railcraft a lot more than I have done in the past, and for that I am grateful. If I've made any mistakes, if I've missed anything out, please let me know below, and I will hopefully show you a bit more of these in my main Let's Play multiplayer world at the moment. Also, you might want to follow me on Twitch in order to catch up with that. Follow me on Twitter as well, find out when my videos are coming out. And thanks for watching. I will see you next time.